Welcome back. This video is my attempt to compare a human being to a computer and comparing the computer parts to the humanoid body and mindset parts. The computer will have its power supply, without which the computer has no way of starting. The computer operating system, so that could be Windows or Apple if you like. The display of the computer, which is what is on display, what does somebody see when that computer is turned on, what's in the memory of the computer with regards to what actions or what programs have run in the past, the hard drive of the computer which stores the true data, if you like, of the computer, and then the software on which the various different programs that are running. So the human power is the purpose. So if the human life was without purpose, the life is considered as meaningless, if you like. To give you an example, if I was to talk about the meaning of my life, look, I am a doctor, I'm an orthopedic surgeon, and I take pride and passion in treating my patients in my situation, whether it be knee and shoulder, and I try to do as good a job as possible, and that's basically my vision and goal, and that's my purpose for my professional life. Of course, I've got a purpose for my personal life. You're talking about professional situation here. And if I was working as a doctor, however hard I was working, but if I didn't have a purpose, if I didn't have a vision or a goal, then it probably can make it slightly difficult to have a meaningful and purposeful life. So that's the computer power, which is the human purpose, which defines a meaning, and you need what is vision and goal. And having a vision and goal is a fairly easy task, which we, with the Fulfilled Careers Institute, we can help one define your vision and goal. The operating system are the values that we have. And the values can be based upon our needs. They can be brotherly or brotherhood values. They can be openness. They can be civility. They can be honesty. And these type of values define compassion, and compassion will further go and define professional ethics. So again, if my operating system or my values were undefined, or if I didn't know about it, or if there was confusion, it can be possible that I might have dispute with my compassion, and I might not be a compassionate doctor or a compassionate medic or a compassionate health professional or a compassionate human being, if you like. Again, you can define your values relatively easily, and we can help you do that. What's on display of the computer is what's on display of a human being when he is performing himself in the conscious being, if you like. So the conscious, if you like, is the tip of the iceberg. So compare that to a submarine or an iceberg. What you see is just the tip. That's the conscious mind, and that's responsible for about 10% of our human behavior. What is submerged is the subconscious. So the conscious mind is our leader, if you like. So the display, the computer display, is my conscious, which is my face, if you like, my leadership value, and that can be defined by meditation. So it's useful to explore your conscious mind and identify what is on the tip of the iceberg. The memory of the computer is the human subconscious. That's the submerged piece of the iceberg, if you like. The subconscious mind is like a unquestioning servant. So the conscious and the subconscious, and I'm a doctor, I don't go into mumbo jumbo, and what I could define based upon medical science is the conscious mind is what defines my my behavior in a purely conscious phase, and that's usually, and it's disturbingly, the figure is just 10% of the human behavior, and if the conscious mind decides about 10%, the rest of it is 90%, which is subconscious. So whatever is in my subconscious, that is basically because of my programming, which has happened from maybe about 3 years to 5 years to 10 years of age, and that continues on and on and on. So it doesn't matter what I have in my conscious, it's important what's in my subconscious. I'll give you an example. Say, for argument's sake, I decide to start my exercise routine because I've attended a fantastic course, and I say, yes, I'm doing it. I will start to exercise at 6 o'clock in the morning. So you basically put a 6 o'clock alarm in your alarm clock. You go to bed, and 6 o'clock in the morning the alarm goes off. So you wake up. This is the first time you've woken up at 6 o'clock in the morning, and that too to exercise. How boring. Now, yeah, that's what your subconscious mind will say. How boring. You've never done it. You're not going to do it. This is just not right. This is uncomfortable. The conscious mind says, I want to do it. And the subconscious says, no, you are not. Because we've never done it. This is uncomfortable. I'm not going to do it. Now, at that point in time, it is whether you want to program your subconscious mind or you want to succumb to the subconscious mind, you decide. It's easy to say than to do it, but again, it's a learnable skill, if you like. So if your subconscious was to subdue your conscious, that's the negativity, if you like. But if your conscious overtakes and says, I've taken the decision, and then I talk about I think it is the Mitchell's rule, if you like. It is 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. So wake up, the alarm clock goes off at 6 o'clock in the morning. I've made up my mind that yes, I'm going to go out and exercise, and I say 5, 4, 3, 2, 1, get up and go. And the subconscious says, oh God, and it goes on. Now, the conscious mind is the driver, that's the captain of the ship, and the body is dragged to go out for a run, if you like, at 6 o'clock in the morning. And because the outing was so thrilling, the conscious mind is absolutely happy, and it says, look, I feel so happy. And the subconscious says, all right. The following day, the same thing happens. The subconscious says, not again. If the conscious was to overtake and go out for a run, you continue doing that. Again, it's called the behavior rule of 21. You do a new task for 21 days on a repetitive basis. If you don't do it on the 3rd day or the 20th day, you've got to start again. You do something repetitively for 21 days, that becomes a habit. And then the subconscious will wake you up at 6 o'clock in the morning and say, hey, you need to go out for a run. And the conscious will just carry on. So it is quite interesting, the subconscious mind. Now, if for some reason, again, comparing the exercise routine and my subconscious was just so powerful that every time the buzzer strikes at 6 o'clock, the subconscious says there's no way you're going to get up, but your conscious was strong and it was willing to train, if you like, the subconscious, there are mindfulness teachings as well as coaching skills that one could learn and change how to drive, if you like, your subconscious mind, and that's basically very much possible. Again, there are things called paradigm shifting that's included in my 6-week course. But for the purpose of this particular talk, the computer memory is a subconscious mind of a human being, which is the submerged part of that iceberg, which could be manipulated by mindfulness training. The hard drive of the computer is akin to the human resilience, which is the ability of the human body to withstand, to identify, to treat, to prevent, to preempt adversity. And resilience, or the human hard drive, gives a person's psychological stability. And that's basically the psychological stability that the healthcare worker could have in the catastrophic situation. So say, for argument's sake, I'm attending to a trauma case and I see, I won't describe a gory detail here, but if I see a catastrophic event, I'm not going to say, oh God, this is catastrophic, goodness me, I don't know, and I'd start jumping up and down. And what might happen if I was to do that is, A, I might not be able to spot the adversity properly. B, I might not be able to call for the proper help. C, I might not be able to conduct myself. D, I might not be able to compose myself well and take the right decision at that particular stage. And most importantly, in the future, I might not be able to preempt or know exactly if a catastrophic situation was coming. So resilience is a fantastically easy learnable skill, which the Fulfilled Careers Institute does through coaching skills. So if anybody was interested, let us know about that. And the last part of the human computer is the software, which is basically the human behavior. And the behavior is going to define the mannerism. Now, the behaviors can be aggressive behavior, assertive behavior, or very passive behavior. Now, based upon the behavior trait, which is again a skill of the Fulfilled Careers Institute, if somebody was to put themselves forward for coaching, the first thing we do after we enroll somebody into the coaching program is to run the traits. And it's a time-consuming but a fantastically illuminating experience that you could identify yourself as being one of the 4 types, or one of the 3 types, and you would be amazed. You would be amazed when you realize what those analytic scoring systems basically display. The trait coaching is our forte. I would say you could completely, if you were wanting to have your second version, if you like, define your purpose, so define your power, just power up yourself. You don't know your operating system or you're confused about it, and we'll help you define your values. You displayed a screen which was possibly not the best, if that was to be the case. And I'm sorry, I'm not appearing patronizing, but I'm just giving you the gist of what can be done through coaching. Is your conscious and your subconscious, which is your display, and your memory could be defined or redefined. The hard drive can be revamped by means of resilience training. And this teaching, which we will cover again in the next video, in the prevention is better than cure type of thing, we will help you to build your resilience, and we will help you to update your software so that your behavior trait can be changed. And in short, you can get a better version 2 of yourself. It is absolutely possible. I've done that. It's worked for me. And if it worked for me, why shouldn't it work for you? I think in today's day and age, if there is science and if there is technology and if there is willingness and if there is hope and if there is help available, take it. Take it, because it's important. I've said this before, you don't know what you don't know. If you don't have an open mind, there's not much else one can do. But if you have an open mind and if you are willing to make a change, try. You're not going to lose anything. And again, I have said, this is my payback to the medical community. I am offering some free coaching to some of the attendees. So please write to us on admin@fulfilledcareers.com. We are absolutely keen and passionate to help you. And thank you for listening to this video. The next one is going to be prevention is better than cure. This is basically the treatment aspects of burnout coaching. So I'll see you in the next video.